Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm Relatable Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of MeatballCraft Dimensional Ascension. So I haven't worked on the base too much off camera, but I have been busy. I've been doing a lot of mining. I made one of these bad boys. I went and mined in a Extreme Hills and got enough emeralds to make one of these guys. It only takes 20 emeralds and 20 blocks of coal and then some glass. It's not really bad at all to make, but we can shift click to open that guy and it will auto pick up anything that I use while mining. Um, I've been busy and I'm thinking that today we're going to hopefully get our first early game actual ore processing that's not just throwing it through the smeltery and doubling it that way. So let's get into that. The first thing that I want to show y'all today is that I've been doing some upgrades with our tools. So I added rupee instead of bronze. Rupee is this blue ore, Divine RPG, and it adds shocking, which is a haste boost. So I can mine super fast now. And I put that on my pickaxe as well. It's on my shovel. It's not on my hatchet. But I also made a lumber axe, which allows me to cut down entire trees in one go. I also made Arlemite armor, which is not really too bad. It's also Divine RPG stuff, and I enchanted it. And as you just saw, I've got double jump now. I can jump pretty good. Let's see what this guy is. I've been trying to kill some of these different mobs instead of almost letting them kill me. Because they drop stuff like Arlemite, which is what my armor's made out of, so that was actually perfect timing for that. Anyways, I've been doing some exploring off camera, and I found all kinds of stuff, this guy included. It's like a waypoint thing. It's unlimited uses, so I don't have to do set home or anything. It's amazing. The crafting recipe's not terrible, but hey, it saved me from having to do it, and it's amazing. But yeah, I did a ton of exploring off camera. Let me step outside real quick. Yeah, I've been way out in a few different directions. Um, yeah, I've been doing a lot of exploring. I found a ton of cool loot. I got a freaking elytra out of one of the structures. It's called like a coke. What did it just say? It says it on the elytra, I think. A coke library. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's not easy. It spawns these weird flying book things that will try and kill you. But the whole reason that I was doing exploring is because in the early game we don't have the ability to make blast furnace bricks. I'm trying to find. I know that I found some. Here we go. We don't have the ability to actually make these because we haven't been to the Nether yet. And we don't. Well, we do have the ability to do that, but yeah. We haven't been to the Nether yet. So we're going to need... You have to explore to find these. They spawn in just various structures around the world. But we're going to need these, or need this, to progress to the next stage of our advancements. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need 27 of these blast bricks. Like I said, all you have to do is explore to find them. You're going to go like this. Just build that up like that. And I'm just building it down here because it kind of takes up a lot of room and I don't really have like a good place to put it. And you're going to need an engineer's hammer. Very easy to make. And I believe that we just right click on this guy, but I'm not positive. Left click maybe? There we go, right click. So yeah, really hot topic. So now what we're going to need... By the way, this is all trying to get to this next quest we've got here, the Alien Material Manual. We've got the stuff to make bronze. I think we've actually got a little bit of bronze left, and we've got some aluminum brass. So all we need is the shadow steel, which is shadow bars, and I've already made some of those, but that's pretty easy to make. It's just Arlemite and rupee, so if you do enough mining, you will find enough of those to be able to make enough of these shadow bars. Also, I got some abysmal night while I was running around exploring. So that's pretty sweet. That'll be good for Tinker's Construct. And here's some more of those ores that I haven't processed yet. But let's go ahead and process some of that up. I think I've got actually some coke somewhere. Let me see. I think I've got this kind maybe. Or maybe not. I thought I did. Maybe it's in here? No, I guess not. Oh well, that's fine. We'll just use regular coal. I think we can use regular coal. I'm not really completely sure. Let's give it a shot. Coal? Nope, it does require coke. And how do we get that? We need a coke oven. So we're going to need coke bricks, I think. These. Which requires just a bunch of clay and sandstone. So I'm going to go ahead and collect up all of that stuff. And I'll be right back. Alright, so once you've got your clay, I'm going to go ahead and show you these. You're going to need some drying racks, which if you saw in the last episode's thumbnail, I used those to show off my tools. But that's not their sole purpose. We're going to hang them up here, and then we're going to throw this clay on there. And after a few minutes, those will turn into that dried clay that we need. So I'm going to sit here and do this for a little bit and try and get enough of that. So I'll come back whenever we're ready to go ahead and set our coke oven up. Alright guys, so I remembered that all of the coke that I found was in blocks. But I found it at the same place that I found that elytra. I realized whenever I was trying to make this that it requires the basic crafting table, which is what we're working towards. But this is what you need: coal coke. Like I said, you find that at those coke library. Is that what it was called? Yeah, coke library. I mean, it's just like a square building. I might show one later, but I mean, it's nothing fancy. I just found it randomly while running around. But yeah, you're gonna need some of that. So let me go ahead and load this guy up. Yeah, there we go. And obviously that's gonna take quite a while to work through. So I'll probably just come back whenever we've got enough to move on to the next thing, because it looks like this is gonna be a slow process. Alright, I found another one of them coke towers while I'm doing that. And I figured I would come and show you what it looks like. You're gonna have to get up here and break the spawner because these things are not safe. They will try and murder you. But in the future, I think it would be kind of cool to farm them because, as you see, they drop enchanted books. So that might be something we work on at some point. And it looks like there's more spawners than just the one that I broke already, but that's fine. Apparently they're not as bad as I remembered. But yeah, you get an elytra from this. And the whole floor is made out of coke blocks. So that's how you can get those early game apparently. I didn't know that. But pretty cool. And our first shadow steel is done. So I'll be back shortly, guys. Alright, I've got our bronze pouring out right there. I already got a block of aluminum brass. And we've got just enough shadow steel, actually more than enough. Twice enough actually. To make that what is it called? Alien Materials Manual. Yeah, so we're gonna get into that now and see what kind of quests that unlocks us. Let's see here. Alien Materials Manual. Oh, and we need a book. I know I've got some somewhere because I went out. Yep, here we go. I went out and raided a couple villages and stuff. But here we go. Alien Materials. And that now unlocks better fabrication, which is the basic crafting table, imprisonment, and our first chickens. Oh, that's gonna be awesome whenever we first start getting into chickens. So we're gonna need to make this basic crafting table, I reckon. So we're gonna need some black iron, which requires ink sacs and iron shards. The iron shards come from, I think I already made it. Yeah, the shard cast. To make that, you just need the shard pattern. It's pretty easy. Prosperity shards in a bank pattern, and then you make that the same way that you make the rest of the casts. Just pour it on with aluminum brass. So we'll go ahead and make some of those, and I'll go and kill some squids, and we'll be back whenever we're ready to start working on that basic crafting table. Alright, here we go. So, we just need this basic catalyst and these basic components. It cost me 19 black iron to make this. You need 8 of these basic components. You'll keep 1 black iron slate, and then those will go into making this basic catalyst, and then a block of aluminum brass, and we've got our basic crafting table. And look at that, we just unlocked some of our first technology. That's gonna be awesome, guys. So that's gonna put us into the stage of actually being able to hopefully start getting into some ore processing. We're gonna have to do a little exploration, it looks like, in the Twilight Forest. But let's go ahead and find this guy a home for now. I'm thinking maybe just right here will work. But yeah, that's our basic crafting table. It's pretty simple. So let's look at what all we've got now that we'll be able to do. So we've got our crescent hammer. That's just made in the regular crafting table. Doesn't look like we've got a recipe for this just yet. But we've got some Ender IO, so that'll be awesome. And that looks like that's going to require a little bit of exploration as well. Oh no, maybe not. Okay, here we go. So that gives you the basic crafting recipe for it. And that gives you the basic crafting recipe for that. So that's in the future whenever we do unlock the Twilight Forest, which looks like we'll be there maybe shortly. I don't know. But yeah, I think we're going to get into some technology. So let me get some stuff prepared, and we'll start working on that. All right, let's get into some of our first machines here. So we're going to need... I want to get into thermal expansion. So we're gonna need some tin gears and some glass. I think we've maybe got everything we need. We may not have enough glass actually. Let me see. Yeah, so we are completely out of glass, but I'll show you how to make the tin gears. And I'll go ahead and make like 3 of them because we're gonna need a few of them. Oh, I didn't put enough in that one. All right, and then I'm gonna go and I'll grab some sand so that we can get that glass. Alright, I got the 1 glass that we need to at least make one of these guys, and I believe that's the recipe. Yep. So let's see what we get from that now. Alright, so we upgrade, oh, that just goes straight to upgrades. Oh, okay, so it doesn't guide us all through the mods and stuff. I like that, that's actually pretty cool. So it just kind of allows you to do your own thing, and just kind of roll through the mods. So that's pretty cool actually. So, let's see what we want. We want to get a pulverizer going for sure. That's going to require a machine frame, some copper gears, and some redstone coils, and crushed diamond. Okay. I'm assuming we can get... I don't know what we can get crushed diamond from, actually. So we might have to get into Tech Reborn first. Nope, that requires crushed diamond as well. How about that? What can we get that from? A crusher? From immersive engineering, or actually additions? How do we make the actual additions one? That also requires crushed diamond. So there's got to be some way. Oh, you're going to need a quartz grindstone and a crank. So maybe we can make crushed diamond in this guy? I don't know. So let me see. I'm going to test this out and I'll let you know. Okay, so that is right. We can use those, use the quartz grindstone and a crank to get crushed diamond. So that's awesome. And then we'll need a piston and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and do some of the crafting because that's all pretty boring. And we'll be back whenever we're ready to set some stuff up. Alright, I got some of the general things that we're going to start off with. You're going to need an aqueous accumulator. This guy will create us water by sitting in... we're going to have a pretty crude setup down here, by the way, to start off. I'm not much of a builder, so I'm going to probably do most of my building off camera because it's going to be a lot of struggling to make something look good. So this is going to be a pretty crude setup, like I said. But anyways, that guy generates water, just like that. You're going to want a steam dynamo. Not too bad to make, just requires some copper, iron, and silver, and some redstone. So this guy should output. Yep, and then oh, that guy's got water. So we just need to get coal in there. And actually, I want it. I don't know if I can make it face this way right now. I might have to make a engineering hammer. But anyways, oh, we feel the wind beneath our feet. Alright, so now we're going to want a pulverizer. Just a basic one is fine for now. We don't even have this stuff to upgrade. And I'm going to go ahead and what I just did is shift click on this. That'll clear all of the things. I'm going to set that to output both. And then I'm going to set this guy to input there and output on the top. That way I can put ores in here. And actually, I'm going to move those up. And they should hold, yep, they hold the changes that I made. That way it'll output to a chest on top. And we'll go and make one of those engineer's hammers I was just talking about. That'll require some iron and some tin, I believe. And engineer's, not an engineer's hammer, a crescent hammer. This guy right here. Crescent hammer. I knew what I was talking about. Just not 100%. And then this chest is empty. We'll use that. I should be able to just toss this guy right here. And we'll need some conduits to put there. So we're going to have to go... man. I don't even remember what they're called. These guys. Leadstone flux ducts. Yeah. So lead, redstone, and glass. That's not bad. We've got a ton of lead. So I'm going to go ahead and process up a little bit of this lead. And we'll get that. Alright. And we've got our flux ducts. Now I'm just going to grab I'm just going to go with like half a stack of coal. And we'll grab a stack of iron ore so that we can test this guy out. But we're going to turn this guy around so that he's facing here. And we'll connect our flux ducts up right there. Throw some coal in that guy. And he should, yep, start powering up our pulverizer and our furnace. So I'll throw some iron in there and see how that does. Apparently it is rather slow. But that's okay. But that will double our ores, which is awesome. Let me see. Here you go, pulverizer. So that'll double the iron, and you get a chance of getting some nickel out of it, which is pretty sweet. And then once that's done, that'll come over straight to our redstone furnace, and then all of our ores will end up in this storage crate right here. So that is pretty sweet. So let's move on to the next thing, guys. Guys, I made a mistake. So between the last recording and now, my computer crashed for whatever reason, and whenever I opened OBS back up, it was not recording audio. So I recorded like 3 clips worth of footage with no audio apparently. So I'm really quick gonna go through and explain what we did. It wasn't a whole lot. I got this energy cell. It's just a basic energy cell. And apparently we're not storing any, or we're not making any power anymore because we ran out of coal. So that's a problem. But let me go ahead and throw that back down here. But yeah, it's just a basic energy cell. It's not hard to make. It was one of our quests right here. Also, we set up a nether portal. That's right down here. And we went into the nether. That was one of our quests. Our spawn is actually pretty nice, honestly. I think I'll do a little bit of exploring over there in the future. But I didn't do anything in the nether. I grabbed some glowstone and that's about it. But the big thing is we got the advanced crafting table as well. That guy it's really not a bad recipe. It takes 2 of the basic ones, and then just some gold. Honestly, the hardest part of getting this guy was killing a bunch of squids. That's literally the hardest part. It was not a difficult recipe at all, which is nice. Don't block progression. This one's gonna suck. Let's be honest. But yeah, so we got up to right here, and all I was saying is that we unlocked mana infused metal. which is something we'll get in the Nether, it appears, found in the elemental chamber in the Nether. So I guess it's going to require some more exploring. So maybe next episode we'll do a little bit of Nether exploring. But off camera, I think I'm probably just going to continue mining and maybe doing a little bit of work around the base. Maybe do some organization. But that's all I got for you guys today. Like I said, next episode, probably Nether, and definitely going to get into Project E. Because that is, I think, what's going to be pretty much next on our checklist here. But guys, I really appreciate you watching. I do hope you enjoyed. I know I enjoyed making it. And if you want to, go and join my Discord. It's a great place to get a hold of me if you ever just want to chat. You can message me there pretty much any time, and I'll answer whenever I'm available. But yeah, guys, that's all I've got for you today. If you want to, check out the mod pack. I'll have a link to the Curse Forge in the description. Go say hey to everybody. Join the mod pack Discord, and maybe you'll see me around there. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next episode.